The video titled, Perkins reacts to Team Shaq destroy Team Chuck despite missing LeBron Curry wins NBA All-Star MVP, provides a detailed analysis of the 74th NBA All-Star Game and its new format, which was part of a larger discussion about the weekend's events. The conversation revolves around a shift in how the All-Star Game is structured, particularly focusing on the 14 tournament format, the intensity, or lack thereof, in recent All-Star Games, and the performance of key players like Steph Curry, LeBron James, and others. Perkins and his colleagues offer their perspectives on the changes and how they impact the overall experience. From the beginning, there is an emphasis on how LeBron James' absence, due to injury, affected the All-Star Game, especially considering it was the first time since 2004 that he missed an All-Star Game. Perkins raises a valid point regarding the manner LeBron handled his absence was more selfish than necessary. The format of the All-Star Game also comes under scrutiny. Draymond Green's negative reaction to the new format, where teams play to 40 points instead of the traditional time-based game, is discussed extensively. Perkins defends the new format to an extent, suggesting that while it was a departure from tradition, it was a response to the previous lack of effort seen in recent All-Star Games. The point is made that the All-Star Game had become less competitive in recent years, prompting NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to implement changes. While there is a consensus that the new format has room for improvement, the conversation emphasizes that the true issue lies in the players' lack of commitment to giving their best performance during the game. Perkins also discusses the broader issue of competitiveness in the NBA All-Star Weekend, comparing the intensity of the All-Star events to the more competitive, high-stakes nature of international competitions. He draws attention to the physicality and emotional investment seen in other international basketball matchups, such as the USA versus Canada game, and expresses a desire for the All-Star Game to reflect that level of intensity. The idea of competing for national pride or a larger cause, like the Olympic Games, contrasts sharply with the relatively relaxed atmosphere of the NBA All-Star Weekend. In the second part of the video, the focus shifts to the performances of players in the tournament and the events themselves. Steph Curry's display in the semifinal game, where his team took control over Team Chuck, earned him the All-Star MVP. Perkins praises Curry's performance, highlighting his critical role in leading Team Shaq to victory, especially in the absence of other major stars like LeBron. The MVP conversation ties into a broader commentary on how All-Star performances should be evaluated, especially when considering the backdrop of players not always playing at their full potential. Perkins and his co-hosts also touch upon the controversy surrounding LeBron's absence, emphasizing the discontent among fans and players alike about how his decision was communicated. The frustration is not so much about his injury, but about the lack of communication and the last-minute nature of the announcement. This is contrasted with players who had more transparency regarding their injuries or participation, making LeBron's handling of the situation seem less professional. As the conversation progresses, Perkins addresses the need for a larger incentive for players to engage more actively in All-Star Weekend. He suggests offering financial rewards to boost competitiveness and ensure that players don't treat the event as an afterthought. Perkins proposes a bigger prize pool or other incentives as a way to motivate athletes to take the game seriously, as he feels the players' current salaries do not seem to be enough to push them to deliver an intense performance. The closing segments delve into the dunk contest and how Mac McClung's impressive victory has reignited interest in the event. McClung, a two-time defending champion, put on a remarkable show, earning praise from high-profile players like Ja Morant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Zach LaVine. Perkins is thrilled about McClung's success, pointing out that his victory has pushed other stars to consider participating in future dunk contests, despite their reluctance in the past. Perkins criticizes these players for only tweeting about the event rather than actively participating, pushing them to step up and show their true competitive spirit. Overall, the video presents an insightful critique of the NBA All-Star Game, touching on the various ways the event could improve in terms of competitiveness and structure. The analysis is balanced, with Perkins and his colleagues acknowledging the flaws while also pointing out the positives. It highlights a critical perspective on the NBA's current All-Star format and how player behavior and league decisions are shaping the future of these iconic events. The discussion is rich with passion for basketball, and the call for greater effort and intensity from players, along with smarter organizational decisions, leaves the audience thinking about how the All-Star Game could evolve in the years to come.